Hello, hello, internet family. We're gonna pull the goddess for December 2019 from the Goddess Power Oracle by Collette Baron-Reid. Today is December 4th, I believe. I'm not quite sure, but I think so. Goddess of last month was Persephone. And this is, I want to say, the third or fourth month doing this, and I've really been enjoying it. I hope you guys are too. I've gotten private messages from a lot of you telling me how the goddesses have shown up for you. And like I always say, these are archetypal energies. So they exist everywhere. They're woven throughout everything. They're some of the building blocks of creation, and there are certain people or entities who have lived or existed in people's minds that hold mastery over certain aspects, and that's what this is all about. So yeah, let's pull us a card. How about, as I'm shuffling this, let's just take some deep breaths. And you can set the intention that whatever you need to best know to guide you through the month of December, or whenever you see this come through, perfectly for you. May things come in just a way that you can easily hear, receive, digest, and assimilate for the betterment of your path and everyone around you. Okay, let's see who we get. Wow, okay, this is interesting. I'm sure you guys will know that in oracle decks, a lot of times you'll pull the same one over and over. So we're pulling Leizi again. And Leizi was the goddess in October, I believe. She is the lightning goddess. So this is interesting. We're going to read the book again. I mean, I shuffle these cards. It's been a few since, and sometimes I find that pulling the same card over and over means you're going to go on a deeper spiral. You're going to go on a deeper ripple. And since she is a goddess of revelation and epiphany, I am down for that. So we're going to read this again. Go deeper this time. There are moments when synchronicity brings all the elements together for a flash of insight to rise up in you in a glorious epiphany. Whatever was not clear becomes crystalline in an instant. It's as if you were able to simultaneously perceive every facet in a diamond. You know without a doubt that you are on the right track as deep understanding sinks into your very soul. In this moment, change and transformation takes place, and a transcendent moment is offered to you as an extraordinary gift. Now is one of those times. The Chinese goddess Leizi, mother of lightning, brings revelations into your life with a flash. She gifts you this as a result of all the hard work you have put into dismantling your old self and making space for who you want to become. This is a very auspicious time. She reminds me a lot of the goddess Oya, who's also a lightning goddess, but from a different place in the world. And I'm down. I'm totally down for more epiphanies. And I really like the idea of the four elements. That's something that I noticed in this reading that I didn't notice the last time, or I didn't retain the last time for whatever reason. So something that I've really been getting a lot is to step into your role as a sacred space holder, step into your role as a priest, as a priestess, as someone who holds the light for the world. And one of the ways to do this is by daily rituals. And that can be an official ritual, like sitting, pulling a card in the morning over your cup of whatever thing you drink. It can also just mean a life lived with ritual, making sure you're connecting with the four elements every day. And that's actually something I have read about immortals. I have heard that when people have met actual mortals, and there are some that walk this earth that are thousands of years old, do your research, it's a rabbit hole, but you'll find out for yourself. One of the things they're reported to do is interact with the four elements every day consciously: earth, air, fire, and water. And there's also the fifth one, spirit. So perhaps this is an invitation to, if you want to help pad your epiphanies and help give them a landing spot, to work with those four elements every day. Make sure you honor earth, air, fire, and water on the daily and see what they bring you. Wow. Same goddess twice in a row. You know, it's funny. There's a part of me that's a little wishing it was a new one, just because of what I know some of you guys might be expecting, like to have a new goddess every month. However, I also trust this process, and I'm a believer in dealing with things as they come up. Also, our number is 28, which combines to 10. 1 is my life path number. I'm actually a 2810 life path, so I just realized that now. That's exciting. So if the numbers 2 or 8 have significance to you, that's a good idea for something to look at. There she is. She's beautiful. And she is kind of wintry, now that I'm thinking about it. She reminds me of some of the jewelry I'm wearing, this raw ora quartz. Anyways, so there's Leizi again, coming back to us in December. Let's clear out the old. Let's be who we are. A lot of us are transforming and going through metamorphosis. And that's okay. We don't have to know where it goes. We've been through this before. But just reminding you that you don't have to be who you were yesterday or last month or last year or last week. You don't have to be who people expect you to be. You have to be who you authentically are, and that can change. But as long as you're coming from the heart as much as possible and being both grounded and aware and also hopeful in what you're doing and mindful in how you're treating others, there's no way you can take a wrong road. Also reminding you that getting enough rest is an act of revolution and rebellion. So make sure you're getting your sleep. Make sure you're drinking your liquids and staying hydrated. Make sure you are taking enough alone time, even if that means being a little rebellious maybe with holiday gatherings this holiday season. I'd also love to encourage you guys to use the power of Epiphany to think up meaningful gifts rather than being consumerist, just buyers. I know that for me, I much greater value less gifts that mean more, either because of how they came or what they're intended to be used for, than I do a bunch of stocking stuff or type stuff that then I have to figure out what I'm supposed to do with. So encouraging you to go eco-friendly, encouraging you to think more about quality than quantity when it comes to gift giving, and to partner up with others. In my family, we're starting a new tradition where we're kind of sneaking around behind each other's back and discussing each other and then coming out with group presents for everybody, because we kind of have the stuff we need. Some of my family members are very hard to gift because they just get what they want when they want it. So that makes us get creative. Use our revelations and epiphanies to make things worthwhile. Okay, sending you guys lots of love. Let's get into it. Let's see this goddess this month, and I still have so much to bring to you. I'm working on a calendar for you guys. I'm gonna release some new selenite infused candles very soon, and I cannot wait because they're my favorite candles. They're supposedly the brightest candles in the whole world, and so those are gonna come to you soon. Anyways, sending you lots of love. Check out my new website. I've just re-released it, and it's harder to look at on mobile. So if it's mobile, you'll have to do a little hunting and scrolling around, but if it's on the computer or a tablet, it's easier to see. And yeah, welcoming in Leizi, welcoming in her guidance and her epiphany and her protection too, and her power of the lightning strike. Yeah, sending you guys love.